Gag reflex warning. This vlog has a whole lot of too much digestive information with Ford, so just be prepared for it.
On the way to the train, my stomach feels awful again. I think it's probably because my stomach has disdain for the sugar and that apple pie. I thought I had a rhyme for that as well.
Oh man, I'm so sick. Yeah, it just was a terrible idea to actually eat everything put before me in the middle of this strict diet and exercise regimen. So I've paid the penalty for it massively. This is the worst I've felt probably in 14 years. I can't blame Varanasi for it or the wedding. I had no ghee, milk, butter of any kind, or very little sugar for 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden, like, everything. Definitely put a damper on my ability to film the rest of the wedding, so it sucks. I don't know what it is about Varanasi. Me and Varanasi have a very complicated relationship, a love-hate relationship. Gotten the most sick I've ever been in my life has been here. Well, I'm feeling significantly better. I got full night's sleep here. There's some miscommunication. It's my fault. Like, I totally thought that I was going to be speaking at this thing, but he clearly said he invited me to perform at this TED Talk, and so I guess I just, in my head, when I saw TEDx, I just thought, oh, they want me to speak, but they just wanted me to perform a couple songs of violin. So they've arranged for a violin, it looks like. We'll see what we can come up with. One of the guys had a violin, but his bow is broken. So if worse comes to worse, I might just go buy a bow. I mean, there's plenty of music stores here in Varanasi. Varanasi. I always say Var. I don't know how I can still be doing that after all these years. Mispronouncing. I see an A, I pronounce it like one of the wrong ways to pronounce it in English. It's a really nice day today, kind of cloudy and cool. I found this cool little well. I sat over there and was able to collect my thoughts. Previous 24 hours were a nightmare, so it was kind of good just to be able to contemplate. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone to film, so we're just going to have to hear about it secondhand, I guess. So I'm doing a little violin bit in the middle, playing a couple of my originals, and then joining in with Sweet Child of Mine, Stairway to Heaven, and Summer of '69 and Game of Thrones, or something.
Too much digestive information. Back again. I have a reason for why I choked. I mean, there are numerous reasons, I guess, but one of the main ones was this was the first time I'd been outside of my little hole there at the IIT BHU guest house. Well, I did go out for a practice, but I had full liquid motions this entire time. And I honestly thought when I went up on stage that I'd crap my pants. And so I was extremely self-conscious, and I was trying to keep my back away from the audience the whole time. I'm serious, y'all. It was that bad. Like, I actually thought I'd crapped my pants. So I was on stage, and that's all I could think about. As a wise man once said,
You lost today, kid. But it doesn't mean you have to like it.
I knew it was important that we need to have this sort of culture in India. And that's when I met this artist called Madhubanti. She used to do something sketchy, and she loved painting beautiful.
Okay, so I'll say this for this place. So, the amenities here at the guest house at IIT BHU, very simple, very sparse, the way a college really should be, I think, actually. The food at the guest house is really great. Like, it reminds me of the food that I ate here in Varanasi 14 years ago. The dal is very, like, I guess this is normal in a lot of places in India, but the way we've eaten dal the last 5 years has been kind of thicker dal. But like the way they serve it here, it's almost liquid. It's just been like pressure cooked down, I guess. So there's hardly, like, you don't even really feel the lentils when you're eating it. So it actually has been really good for me because I've been feeling very sick. And so it's almost like khichdi. I can just pour it on top of the rice, and it's really just very settling and nice. And the food is all really good. Like, it's very tasty and just no nonsense. They're not fooling around with it. It's not like the problem with a lot of cafeteria food in the US, I feel like, is it's just dull or bland or greasy and gross. Like, it's one of those things. And none of this food is dull or bland or greasy or gross. It's just very honest and simple. So I really appreciate that. But maybe the thing I appreciate most, one of the things I just love about India, is this. Chai. Got my chai this morning. They just came and buzzed the door at 7 a.m. You want some chai, sir? Yes, I do. Cool. You read my mind. I didn't have to do room service. I didn't even know I wanted chai until you rang the doorbell. Thank you, IITBHU. It's the little things. I would say that's chalk one up for Varanasi. I'm going to say it right. Why in the world have I been saying it wrong for 15 years? Chop one up for Varanasi. For BHU, because you can come here and you can think the craziness of the hubbub of the overconnected world out of your brain if you leave your cell phone. And even if you do bring your mobile, chances are you're only going to find 4G every 100th foot. So honestly, it has been a blessing in disguise. I've gotten a lot of thinking done. It's a good place to think. And they're doing a great job with their students here. These kids are really on it. So yes. And they make it the way I like it. Woo! Nice and sweet.
It's turned out to be quite a nice day here in Varanasi after the rains. It's been nice for a couple of days, actually. Big rainstorm earlier today or last night. I don't know. It's all blurring together in my brain, but feeling a lot better now. So my train tickets aren't till tonight at 10:20. I guess I will go out. Wait, is that the time? I need to double check that. Out to Ussie Ghat, maybe buy one book that I saw that I liked at the bookstore. Just find a little coffee house, read some Hemingway. Reading some Hemingway journalism. Try to work on my style a little bit. It's been a good trip overall. Not easy trip, but definitely a good one. This guy told me I had change. I think he doesn't, so he just stopped to get some. He's like, I've got it. You're fine. It's one of the perennial problems when you have like a big bill. You know, this is a first world problem, right? Like, I've only got a 500 and having change. Like, what a whiny thing to say. Gotcha. Oh, yes! Worth it! Hey, look at this. Look what's on the... Surya. But yeah, BHU really is a breath of fresh air this time of year. We had this really probably unexpected rain. I think it hit Delhi as well. They had hail in Delhi. But this little storm system, which really cleaned things up real nice. So that's part of the reason it's so nice today. But even still, there's just so many trees out here, and you can kind of escape the bustle.
Kevin Fan in Varanasi.
Some of my Comic-Con homies are up in here. The sky looks insanely awesome right now. The first summer that I was here, it was a real dry summer. We didn't get much rain. So this site is just pretty awesome. Try to get a good shot of it with the different lenses to see what we can do.
So today at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, in the U.S. is like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., depending on what time zone you're in. I will be doing a live stream. And, we'll be doing some experimenting with this over the next couple of weeks, see how you guys like it. It's going to be a show, basically, like a live show. I'm going to call it the Surfing Violinist Live for now. And there will be some viewer interaction, but it's almost going to be, the purpose of it is like a podcast type show that's live. People can watch it online later, but also eventually, once we get our stuff in order, it can be a podcast you could download. So it's going to be a little more polished than our typical Q&As. We'll still do some Q&As every once in a while, probably once a week or a couple times a month. We'll see how it goes. But this isn't going to be your typical Q&A. It's not going to be as interactive as the last one. I'm not going to be able to respond to every comment. Eventually, what I want to do is for subscribers to Patreon, channel supporters, I'm going to let them be moderators, and they can help me moderate the comments to be able to respond to specific, good queries and good questions and stuff like that. Because the show is going to have an agenda and it'll be talking about something specific. I do want there to be viewer interaction, but if you listen to a radio show or a DJ can't sit there and take every call that comes through, right? He has to have someone to filter that out. So I'm going to be testing that out over the course of the next couple of weeks as we try to figure out what this show looks like. But there'll be an agenda for each episode. Today, the topic is going to be music, because I do want to get back into the habit of doing Music Mondays. It's just going to take a while for me to get to the point where my chops are where they need to be. So in the meantime, I'll talk about music, some of the songs that I like currently, or that I found on YouTube, or music that's affected me through my life. So that's what today's episode is going to be about. 5 songs that have changed my life from America to India and beyond. So check it out today. It'll be 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So tune into that. Thanks.
Thank you so much for watching The Surfing Violinist. Check out web series American Indian, the more polished documentary style reality show version of our family's adventures in India. New episodes each month. Support the show on Patreon to help us keep improving by clicking here and get to see new episodes a month in advance. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it creative, keep it cross-cultural, and keep it constructive, YouTube. Thank you very much.